Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Monica. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, I would really appreciate it if you took a moment to pause this video and subscribe. In today's video, I wanted to share with you all the products that I use to film my YouTube videos. This will go over the camera setup that I use, like the camera, and what I use to film my dirt bike videos, and kind of the other tools that I use and need when I'm filming. So first and foremost, I am by no means an expert. I am very new to using a nice DSLR camera, point and shoot, whatever you want to, I guess it's not really a point and shoot, but my first like DSLR camera I bought back in high school. It was a Nikon, and I got rid of that camera and I wanted to upgrade to a nicer camera. So when I had the intention to sit and do YouTube videos, at first I really only used my phone. So I have a Samsung Note 20, and I recorded initially all of my videos on that. I would just flip the screen around so I could see if I'm in focus or if, you know, I was looking okay. And I would plug in one of these like little microphones for my audio. And I found that the quality was really good. I mean, if I sat in front of a window, it was just a really straightforward way to film myself. And then I set a goal for myself at 1,000 subscribers and 40,000 watch hours when I was monetized. I would buy myself a really nice camera, and I had my eye on the Sony A6400, which is what I'm shooting on today. A couple of reasons why I decided to go with the Sony A6400 was because of the superb autofocus. There's a lot of other cameras out on the market that you can go with, like little point and shoots and stuff like that, but I felt like the A6400 would really give me all the options that I wanted in a camera, because I wanted to use my camera for not only recording superb video, but I also wanted to use my camera for content creation, taking great photos, and I wanted something that I could, you know, use interchangeable lenses on, which was this camera. This camera is really nice because it shoots in 4K. Another nice feature that this camera has is that it has a nice flip-up screen. So I can't really show it to you guys right now because I'm filming on it, but I'll maybe insert a clip into this video later as I'm editing. But this camera has a nice flip-up screen, so that's where I'm looking at right now. I can see if I'm in focus and what I look like. I don't have to stop recording, turn the camera around, make sure, you know, everything looks good. So that's another nice feature that I love about this camera. I know that on some cameras you have like the side flip-out screens, but what I really love is the up flip-up screen, because I just feel like it's a little bit more natural to look in up than to the side. But really, I'm looking at the lens is where I'm looking at. Another nice feature about this camera is the fact that it doesn't have a recording limit like most cameras do. I find that it's really easy to record on because of that. You know, I don't have to kind of rush through a video, and I can really just take my time as long as my SD card allows for it. Allows for it? Yeah, allows for it. This is a mirrorless camera with interchangeable lenses, which is another feature that I like about it. If I just want a different look to the camera, I just slap on a different lens and I'm good to go. Another feature that I really liked about this camera is that it's not super heavy and not too big, especially when comparing it to the A7 II or A7 III. Those tend to be a little bit bigger and heavier than the A6400. Because this camera is not super heavy, I think that's a perfect vlogging camera. The only thing that I don't love about it is that it doesn't have ISS, in-body image, no, IBIS, yeah, that's what it's called. In-body image stabilization is the only downfall of this camera, but you can slap on a lens that has some of that built into it, and it'll help you stabilize it. But one of the things that I use that I just picked up is a gimbal. So this is gonna help me out with my vlogging. This is the Weebill S by Zion? I don't know. And this is what the gimbal looks like. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty heavy. So it's got these like buttons on the side. I've had this gimbal for about a week, and I have yet to to use it, because I thought I could just slap my camera on here, but I actually have to like do some research and watch some YouTube videos on how to use it. But this thing looks really sturdy, and it should take away all of the shakiness that you see in some of my vlogs. So really looking forward to doing some really fun projects with this thing. I like that it's got this like little handle, so I can like, hold on, let me hold it with my non-broken hand. That I can hold it like this, and then I could also like hold it down here at the bottom or both places. Really like it. I mean, it's on the heavier side, but I feel like I would be way willing to hold this than to like have a super blurry or shaky video. I actually bought my gimbal used off of Facebook Marketplace, and that's one tip that I have for anyone that's starting out on YouTube or anyone that wants to like up their content creation game, is to use Facebook Marketplace as a really good resource. That's where I bought the camera that I'm shooting on, my A6400, and also where I bought my Weeble S and my box lights. So if you're balling on a budget, definitely look at Facebook Marketplace before you go buy brand new and save yourself a couple bucks. The only gripe that I really have with the camera that I'm recording on is that the battery life kind of sucks. You can record for like an hour tops, but then your battery dies. But you can fix that by just buying additional batteries. I haven't done that yet, only because I really feel like an hour worth of recording time is sufficient for me. Lenses for the Sony A6400. I shoot on a kit lens that I actually bought with the camera. So I'm on an 18-135 lens. And then the only other lens that I have is going to be my Sony 16-2.8 lens. This is called like a pancake lens. It's really small compared to the 18-135. The 18-135 is really nice because if I move closer, it kind of starts blurring the background. I don't know if you can tell. And with this little pancake lens, you don't really have that nice blur in the background. What I would like to get is the Sigma, I think it's the 16-1.4 for that really nice blurred background. But these are great lenses to start out with. This one gives me like a nice wide field of view, which is really nice for vlogs. And then if I want a zoom lens, I'll just slap on the one that I have now, and it's also really great. So really been loving those two lenses. Moving on to a lot of the other fun stuff that I use in conjunction with my camera is going to be my GoPro Hero 9. So I upgraded to the 9, I think at the beginning of this year, only because my GoPro got run over and it got shattered. So I did the exchange program where you send in your old camera and they give you a discount on the newer camera, and this is what I got. This GoPro looks a little different because it's got the wide angle lens on there, like the fisheye lens, I think it's called. No, it's called the Max Lens mod. So that's what we've been running on our GoPros. Jacob has another 9, and I think we have a 7 just sitting around. So what's really cool about these is that they're like really small, and when I ride my dirt bike, I can just like slap it on my chest or on my helmet or do whatever with it, and I could record and upload it to YouTube. So we really like our GoPros. Another great action camera is the Garmin. I don't know the exact name, but I'll put it right here. It's called the Garmin something. And Jacob really likes that camera. That's the camera that he had before the GoPro. What's really nice about that one is that it's super easy to turn on. So it's got like a little switch on it. So you switch it before you start riding. I think it'll like make like a little sound and you're recording. Whereas with GoPro, that's a little bit harder because you have to press the button on the side and you don't always know if it's recording or not. So if you guys are on the market for an action camera, definitely go for the Garmin or for the GoPro. When it comes to my microphone, I actually bought a Rode Video Micro. So this is what I'm using to record with right now. I like this microphone overall, but I did find that it kind of seems to go in and out when I'm editing. I don't really know why it does that. I'm wondering if it's maybe because of the room that I'm sitting in and I have to put blankets down for like noise cancellation and the echo. That kind of makes sense. But overall, this is a really nice mic. It comes with like the little floof that you put over the mic, and it just sits on top of my camera. I really like it. I think it's good quality, and this sort of mic runs you at about $60. Another microphone that I really like is a lavalier microphone. This one is made by Mono microphone that you plug into your camera and then you attach to like your t-shirt or something. I picked this one up actually off of Amazon, and I think it's a really nice quality microphone. I think that the audio sounds really great when I am using it. The only downside is that you do have like a big cord running from your camera to this. So that's when I prefer the Rode Video Micro. When I'm vlogging, I just feel like it's easier to move around, and I'm not like walking around with like a really big wire attached to my camera. When I used to record on my phone, I actually found that the audio on my phone was good, but what upped the game on that is another lavalier microphone that I used. I think I just searched like Samsung Note microphone and on Amazon, and that's where I ordered it from, and that just like upped the audio game on that device like to another level. So if you are recording on your phone, there's nothing wrong with that. Just get some good lighting or sit in front of, you know, your window, and then just hook up one of those like microphones. I think they're like $10-15 off of Amazon, and in my opinion they're totally worth it for good audio. Another new toy that we actually added to our fleet this year, we've had this for about 3 months, and it is the Skydio 2 drone. What's really cool about this drone is that you can buy a, what is it called? A beacon. You can buy a beacon, and as long as you're holding the beacon, this drone is going to follow you. So it senses trees, so it doesn't crash into trees. It will get wrapped up in power lines, so you got to make sure that you are careful around those. But as long as you're holding the beacon, it'll follow you through trees, which is really neat. We figured that this would take our channels to like the next level and give like a different perspective / view on things. So we really liked this. The only thing we dislike about it is that when you set it up to like follow you, because it's another thing that this does, is you program it to follow you in like a white t-shirt. Sometimes it'll lose you, which is kind of a bummer when you're paying so much money for a drone. But what's really cool is that it's got cameras all over the place. So it's got 4 on the fin on the front, and then it's got another 2 on the back, and then a camera up front. So super cool, fun toy to play around with. You don't have to use the beacon either. And I'm not sure if the remote control comes with it, but I know that you can operate it over your phone as well, I think. Don't quote me on that. Jake's in charge of this, and yeah, it's a really cool toy. Lighting, I'm not gonna lie, I got just 2 cheap studio lights that I found on Facebook Marketplace. I think I paid $40 for them, so I have one set up here and one set up here. They're just your standard studio lights. I think one of them has room for 5 light bulbs, and the other one has room for 1. I found no problem with them. It's like a tripod. I'll insert a video of what they look like, but it's like a tripod on the bottom, and then it looks like a studio box light up top. And then in my other videos, you guys might have noticed the blue light that I had sitting behind me, and that is simply just one of these construction lights. It's got like a little clip right here, so I clipped it to the back of my chair, and then I just put a blue light bulb inside of it, and that gives you like the nice colored background. I thought that was kind of cool, and it gave my video like a little different vibe, so that was really fun. For my tripods, I have 2 tripods. I have like a little Gorilla tripod that I'm actually recording on right now. That one is super easy to handle and maneuver, so I feel like it's really easy to travel with. I can hold it in my hand, so that's usually what I vlog with. I just put my camera around my neck, and then I hold the camera with the tripod. Obviously, now that I have my gimbal, I'll be using the gimbal more so than the Gorilla tripod, but it is a tripod that I found is super heavy duty and sturdy, and if I want to wrap it around a tree and take a photo, I 100% trust that my camera is in safe hands. The other tripod that I use for my camera is just a cheapo tripod off of Amazon that I actually used for my phone, and it was sturdy enough to hold my camera, so that's what I've been using ever since. I'll link it in the description box below so you guys can check it out. I definitely know that I didn't pay over $20 for it. And one of the main reasons why I recorded on my phone is because of the removable SD card slot that it has. I don't know if this will focus, but that's where you pop in and out the micro SD card, mini SD card, whatever you want to call it. So instead of recording my videos onto my phone, everything's stored on the SD card, and I could pop it out of my phone into a computer, or I could pop out the SD card out of my camera and I can edit directly on my phone. So I think that is one really cool positive of having an Android phone or Samsung phone versus an Apple phone, is the fact that I can, you know, record and edit on my phone and I don't have to rely on a computer. All right, you guys, I think that wraps up today's video. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know in the comment section below. If you have any suggestions, also mention that in the comments below. I'm by no means an expert. I'm still very entry level, and I'm still learning a lot about my camera and about editing in general. So open to all the feedback and criticism that I can definitely get. If you guys enjoyed today's video, let me know what you would like to see next, and I'll catch you next time. Bye!